When you are starting to name something, what is the first thing? You identify something. What is that thing? Tell me, Kinza.
Identify the carbon chain, longest carbon chain.
That you don't have to do. Okay?
Okay.
First of all, break this thing. You will. I mean, that is the sole reason why you are not getting nomenclature, and why many people don't get nomenclature is that they start with the identification of what? They start with the identification of longest chain. I mean, there is nothing worse that you can do. Okay. So you will never identify the longest chain. So what you will identify first? See, each and every name, it is made up of at least, you can say 4 types, majorly 4 types, not at least. Generally, it is made up of 4 different parts. There is one part which deals with the substituents which is present.
Okay.
Okay, don't write anything. Just listen. Substituents which are present. Then there is the parent chain, which is not the longest chain always, by the way. Okay, the parent chain. It is further, after parent chain, we have information about unsaturation. Unsaturation will tell you about the presence of double or triple bond, or its absence. Okay, so if the double bond is present, something will write. If triple bond is present, something will write. If both of these are absent, then we'll write something else. Okay, and at the end we have functional group. Functional
groups.
Group. Okay, now we always start identifying things from functional group till substituents. ठीक है, तो हम लोग अचानक से उर्दू पढ़ने लगते हैं, है ना, उल्टे हाथ से स्टार्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, functional group. We will always identify what? You will always identify functional group. Okay. Now, there is a priority list for functional group. Yes or no? You know this?
No.
अच्छा, ये तो पता होगा ना. You don't remember the priority list, but if, for example, if I have COOH and also OH, now this carboxylic acid is also a functional group. Alcohol is also a functional group, but here the carboxylic acid gets priority. You have heard of this, right? Or no?
Yeah.
I know you have heard of this. Fine. And don't worry that if you don't remember the priority list, वो practice से ही आएगा. ठीक है? So एक तो parent chain ढूंढने के बाद बच्चे इतना परेशान हो जाते हैं. So first you will write. Now we'll start writing. Just write this thing here and make an arrow above like this. Okay, and please make sure that there are some space available. है ना, जैसे मेरे पास margin है ना, कुछ इधर भी margin है, थोड़ा सा इधर भी margin है, तो उतना कुछ space आपके पास रहना चाहिए. We will fill this thing up. Now the functional group, it can be oic acid. Okay, so if you have COOH group, then it will be oic acid. Okay. Now people always focus on remembering the name of functional group, not its suffix. Suffix are more important. It is more important to remember that COOH is represented by oic acid than to say COOH is the carboxylic acid. That is an inferior information. Oic acid is a superior information, and you will focus on these suffixes. Okay, here oic acid followed by O8. O8 is if you have something like this, COO, and then in place of R we have an alkyl group here. Then it will be ending with O8. Then there is amide. In amide we have COO. In place of R or H we have, sorry, in place of OR or OH we have NH2.
Okay.
And don't worry about these things as of now. ये भी आपके syllabus में नहीं है. Aldehyde जब आएगा ना, carboxylic acid, then you will be facing these things. After this, we also have oil halide, but I'm not writing it here. You remember nitrile is there. Nitrile is CN. If you have any molecule which is having CN, that will be nitrile. Okay. Next is AL. AL is for aldehyde. You will have CHO. Okay. Next is one, which will tell you about ketone. So you have C double bond O. There is some carbon atom there. There is some carbon atom here. Okay, so this is ketone. Then you have alcohol, which is represented by OL, and it is, the functional group is OH. It will be attached with any carbon atom, followed by amine. Amine is NH2. Now, if none of these, if neither COH, CO, or CONH2, CN CHO, NH2 is present, then you will write this as E. What will be the functional group if nothing is present? Tell me. What will be the functional group if nothing is present? E. You will represent the absence of functional group with E. Is that clear? Yes or no? Tell me, Kinza.
Your voice is
You write.
buffering.
My voice is buffering. Oh my God. I'm really sorry. How about now?
Yeah, good.
Better? Okay, thank you. Let me know when you are done writing about the functional groups.
Okay.
Done? Okay. Now, in unsaturation, if you have double bond, it is represented by En. If you have triple bond, it is represented by Yn. If neither double bond or triple bond is present, then it is represented by An. Okay. So आपको क्या देखना है? You will identify double bond or triple bond if they are present. If both are present, then you will write En, E9. Okay. So first this E letter comes, then Yn comes. If both are present. If there are two double bonds, then it will be di. So if you have, let us say, two double bonds, then it will be diene. Okay. If there is, let us say, three double bonds, then it will be tri, and so on. If there is two triple bonds, it will be what? Diene. If there is one double bond and one triple bond, then it is represented as E9. Okay, so if you have, let us say, two double bond and one triple bond, then it will be represented, two double bond will be represented as diene, and then one triple bond will be represented as Yn. Okay, I hope you are getting the pattern here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Fine. Now, for parent chain, as of now, what I will say, parent chain, I hope you know, if you have one carbon atom, it is meth, eth, prop, pent. Yes or no? You know this?
Yes.
Right. If you have, it is meth. If it is only one carbon atom, it is eth. If we have two carbon atom, it is prop. If we have three carbon atoms, and it is going to be bute. If you have four, and so on. Also, cyclo is added. If ring is parent chain. Okay. Now I have just, I'm just not talking about the naming of parent chain. I have still not talked about the identification of parent chain. Okay.
Okay.
Now, substituent. So there are a few substituents which are important. One is, there is a substituent which is known as nitro. Okay, so it will be nitro. This is nitro. This will always be as a substituent. There's one more substituent which is known as alkoxy, which is represented by OR. This is alkoxy.
Okay.
Now there are substituents which are as alkyne, represented by R. This is alkyne. Now alkyne can be either methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl. Okay, and the substituent that you will be remembering for this chapter will be the halo. That means X. Halogens. You can have fluoro. You can have chloro. Bromo. Iodo. Okay.
Yes.
Now there is one more type of substituent which can be present, but I'm not talking about that right now. Okay. This is not the complete. There is one thing that we have not talked about. I just wanted to tell you about that also. For example, let's say, मान लीजिए आपके पास this was COOH and here you have OH. Okay. So you have identified the first, like the functional group is what? It is what? It is going to be oic acid because it has higher priority. Now what is this OH? It is going to be a substituent. So how will we name that? We will look at it later on, not right now. Okay. Because in this chapter, you will be just dealing with these substituents, that is why. Have you written all of these things? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now you will write the note, the most important thing.
1 minute. Can you just once again show it?
Sure. Yeah, sure. By the way, what other subjects do you have, Kinza?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm
Done, done.
asking what other subjects do you have apart from PC, physics, and chemistry in your school?
In
Am I
our school.
audible?
Yes, yes.
I'm asking what other subjects do you have? Physics, chemistry, biology hai, ya maths hai, computer science hai,
Okay, what I have taken.
you have taken
Yeah, I have taken physics, chemistry, maths with computer.
computer science. Do you like computer science?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Okay. So what are you learning right now? Dictionaries हो गए Python में?
वो 11th के थे, अभी हम functions एक chapter 11 का पढ़ा है, उसके बाद हमारे पास दूसरे database and concepts.
क्या concepts?
Database concepts.
Database के concepts. Okay, fine. And then?
I don't remember the chapter name, the third one.
You don't remember the chapter. Okay, fine. Now, this is very important. Please write with me. Then I will explain if you don't understand. The parent should be chosen such that it should contain the functional group. If not, then the double bond. If not, then the triple bond. If not, then the maximum number of substituent. If not, then the longest chain. Okay, so I hope you see longest chain is the last of the criteria. Okay, so the first criteria is our parent chain. It should have that functional group. If any functional group is present, and most of the molecules that you will see in 11th and 12th standard, they will be having some functional group. If the functional group is not present, then the longest chain should contain double bond. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, let us suppose you have this molecule. Okay.
Yes.
And you have something like this, CH2. Okay. Now,
yes,
with your information that you had earlier, you will name this molecule as, you start with parent chain and you will say that, okay, sir, this blue region here, it is my parent chain, right? Now, this is wrong. This is not your parent chain. This is not your longest. I mean, this is the longest chain, but this is not the parent chain. What is your parent chain then? Your parent chain is the one which is having double bond. Okay. Because there is no functional group. So this will be your parent chain. Okay. This is going to be your parent chain. Similarly, you identify this as a functional group, yes or no? Correct?
yes, yes, yes.
The parent chain, you will start from the carbon atom which is having functional group. You'll see that this is my parent chain. Now, उसके बाद longest जो आपको लगे, है ना? For example, अगर ये ऐसे होता यहाँ पे, then I would have gone this way, right? So you start with carbon atom which is having functional group, from that terminal carbon, and as soon as you see a junction, then you will look left and right or up and down. Wherever you see more carbon atoms, you will move there. This is your parent. You got it now?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, write this down, this note part.
Yeah, note I have written.
You have written? Okay.
Yeah.
So let us do some questions. Put on your NCERT only. Okay. I think you must also have some problem in. Actually, are you okay with bond line structure, condensed structure, these things, or no? Tell me.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So, for example, wait a second. If I try to ask and tell you that make the complete whole structure for this molecule, whatever it is given, will you be confident or no?
And I'm not confident.
You're not confident. So first of all, what we will do, whenever you have this type of thing, you will forget the bracket ones. What will you forget? Everything which is in brackets. Okay, Kinza?
Okay.
Fine. And you will write,
G.
okay, this carbon, then you will write this carbon, then you have a double bond carbon, then you have this carbon, then you have this carbon, right? That's it. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. ठीक है? First of all, what you will do? चलिए एक बार इसको फिर से लिखिए, हमने लिख के बताया था. Write it down on your own. Only the carbon atoms, nothing from the brackets, okay? And not the hydrogen atoms also. Only the carbon atoms.
Done.
Done. Okay, fine. So we have carbon double bond, carbon single bond, carbon single bond, carbon. Okay. Then what you will do? You will add the hydrogens now. So here you see that this is 3 hydrogens. So this carbon has 3 hydrogens. Okay, so you can write it like this, or you can just write it like this CS3. Okay. Now this carbon has 1 hydrogen. You write it like this, 1 hydrogen. Now what about this carbon? This carbon has a branch which is Cl. So whenever you have a bracket, that means it is a branch. It is Cl. Correct?
Chlorine.
Now what about this carbon atom? Chlorine. After this, we have hydrogen here and hydrogen here. Clear? Yes or no? Okay. And then this carbon
Yes.
atom, last carbon atom, it has a hydrogen, right? And it has CS3, one more CS3, and then hydrogen. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So first of all, see the brackets are the ones which confuse you. So you'll remove them. Okay. And now you can just write in a better way maybe. And bond line structure आपका कैसा है? Are you good with bond line structures? No. I don't think so. Okay, fine. उस पे practice करना बहुत जरूरी है because bond line structure saves a lot of time. So even when you are practicing reactions and all, if you write bond line structure, it will save most of your time and space also. So I'll write this as CH3, single bond CH, double bond C, and then I will write Cl, and then CH2, and then CH, which has CH3 here, and it has one more CH3 here. Okay. Now, if you look at this molecule in bond line structure, it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I have 1, 2. The third carbon I have a Cl. Second and third carbon are bonded with 2, and then I have one CS3 here and one CS3 here. Okay.
Yeah, I have more problem with that structure.
You have more problem with this structure?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. ठीक है. तो इसको भी एक बार practice करते हैं, ठीक है?
G.
Also practice this. See. So from here only, see the first thing is that you must have seen that hydrogens are not shown, right? And carbons are also not shown in bond line structures. You will not see any carbon and hydrogen, correct? You will just see lines, right? You will just see lines. But whenever you have heteroatoms mean anything other than carbon, you will see the Cl working out, right? So what you will do, first of all, what you will do? How many carbons do you have in the straight chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, just make zigzag structure so that it has 5 corners. So this is the first corner starting with second corner, third corner, fourth corner, and fifth corner. Draw it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the first and second, and you number it also. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You number
G.
Now you look at the first carbon and second carbon on this structure, that is the open structure, the complete structure, and
Yes.
tell me, is there any double bond there?
No.
No. On the carbon atoms, they just have hydrogens, right? Is there anything else on the first and second?
Yes.
Okay, what is there other than hydrogen?
No.
Nothing. Okay, then move to the third carbon. Second and third, do they have any double bond or triple bond? Second and third carbon, do these
Yeah,
have any
double
double or triple bond? Double bond. So you'll just make a double bond there, like this.
It has
Okay.
double bond.
And it has double bond, so you'll show that double bond in your bond line structure, right? Yes or no? Am I audible? Is my voice buffering or something?
No, your voice just broke out in this.
Okay. Wait. What about now? Any better?
Yeah, it's fine now.
It's fine now. Okay, fine. Okay, so we'll make a double bond in the bond line structure also. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the third carbon, it is attached with what? Chlorine.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll just keep chlorine here. Okay. Then third and fourth, what is the bond? Single bond, right? So we have a single bond already here. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now further moving on, and this fourth carbon, does it have anything other than hydrogen? Does it
No.
have anything other than? No. Then we'll move to the fourth and fifth bond. So fourth and fifth bond is what? It is single bond, right?
Bond, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then the fifth carbon, does it have anything other than hydrogen?
Yeah, CH3. Two
CH3. There are two
CH3.
CH3. We'll just make one CH3 here and the other CH3 down like this. Okay. So both of these are
Okay.
CH3. Generally, what happens, the terminal carbons, people, they try to show the CH3s here. Okay, but this is not necessary. Okay. It's not necessary. Even if you have just written like this, just fine. So I hope it is a bit easy than you anticipated, right? Yeah, tell me. Can't hear me?
Yeah. I just three the whole twice by not putting the.
What happened, Kinza? What did you do? What happened?
I wanted to ask that without the another line, the sixth line you have drawn, instead of that, can't we write in just one line that CH3 twice?
No, we can't. You have to show each and every carbon atom individually. Okay, so you are saying that, can I write it like this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, we can't. You have to show each and every CH3. Okay.
Okay.
You get the idea, right? Yes or no? Like how to start things, at least.
Yes, I get you.
Okay, fine. So now, in this structure, what we will do, in this structure, you tell me, is there any functional group from our list? This is our list of functional group for IUPAC nomenclature. Okay. So you tell me, is there any functional group that you can see here? Tell me.
No.
Very good. So functional group is none. And how do we represent this? With E, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Then you tell me unsaturation. What is the unsat? Do we have any double bond or triple bond in this structure?
One double bond.
Double bond is there. So what is the letter that we represent this by? En. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, then we have parent. Now, for parent, what we will do? You will start with C. Can you see that there are terminal carbons? This is a last carbon, terminal carbon, we call it. This is one terminal carbon, and this is one terminal carbon. Can you see that? Yes or no?
Yes.
There are three terminal carbons, right? Also, now, as you know, I will start with the terminal carbon, which is near to the double bond. Why? Because double bond has a priority. I will start with here. Yes or no? I'll start the parent chain from here, right? So I'll start like this. I'll go here. I will go here. I'll go here. I will just keep on going on, but here I will stop and I will ask, if I go here, then do I have more carbon atoms? Or if I go here, do I have more carbon atoms? So tell me, where should I go? towards the A terminal or the B terminal? Tell me.
A
Anyone is fine,
terminal?
right?
Yeah, anyone is
Anyone
fine.
is fine. B also will be fine. Anything is fine. Okay. So now we have identified the parent, yes or no?
Yes.
What is the parent? How many carbons? Counted. And so also, when we are numbering things, we will do it from that terminal which is near to functional group or unsaturation, right?
Yes.
Which is nearest. The criteria that we have for parent, you have understood that criteria. No? The same criteria is also for numbering. So I'll start the numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Kinza?
Yes.
Okay, so for 6 carbon, we have 6 carbon. What will be the letter? Hex.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Hex, no? Okay. Then substituent. Now, anything that remains after the identification of substituents are what? Anything
That remains.
that remains after identification of functional group, unsaturation, and parent is substituent. Okay. So now you will
Yes.
circle the substituents. This is the substituent, and this CH3 is just there. No? This CH3 is our substituent. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Right. So this is Cl. It is a substituent, and how it is named? It is named as chloro.
Yes.
Then we have a CH3 group. It is also a substituent, and it is named as methyl. Okay. So meth means 1 carbon.
Yes.
IL, it represents that it is a substituent, methyl. Okay.
Okay.
Now what we will do? We will number it. So see, methyl is in which carbon atom? Methyl is in the 5th carbon atom. Chloro is in the 3rd carbon atom. Hex, parent does not need any naming. Unsaturation, it needs naming. So see, you have double bond in the 2nd carbon also, 3rd carbon also, right? But how we
Yes.
number it? With a lower number. So we will number it like this, 2. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So now we can start naming. Now when I'm going to name, I have a choice. I can either write 5-methyl or I can write 3-chloro. Yes or no? I have a choice here.
Yes.
Right. So whenever we have this type of choice, now that means we can write the substituents either the methyl first or the chloro first. Then we go with alphabetical order. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
So it will be what? 3-chloro, 5-methyl,
5-methyl,
X, 2-ene.
2-ene.
I know.
Yes.
I hope you are a bit more confident with IUPAC nomenclature.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So use, Anna, you must not have learned this method anywhere, right? Use this method. In this, what will happen now? You will fragment things. You will be focusing on only functional group. Then you will be focusing only on the unsaturation, right? So that will help you a lot, because once you have a very big molecule, you don't know where to start. That's the main problem. So you start with functional group, unsaturation, parent, and then substitute. Okay, Kinza?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So now I will send you some recorded lectures of. Yeah, tell me.
जी.
आप कुछ
I
कह
have
रही थी?
another lecture also with one more teacher.
You have another lecture. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. So we'll meet on Monday then. Okay. Okay, Kinza? Are you getting up?
Yes.
Okay, we'll meet on Monday then. Okay.